In this video, I'm going to show you how to take screenshots of like a worksheet or an assessment, put them into a Google Doc, and then use math type to work on it. So I'm gonna first open a new Google Doc. Let's see. All right. And while that's happening, I'm going to go and find the test, and I'm going to open a test there. Okay, so let's say that I just want to take a selective screenshot of something. I'm going to press Command Shift 4. Command Shift 4 gives me these little crosshairs, and then I can highlight what I want to take a screenshot of. Then I click those, and now I can bring that in to my Google Doc. So going into my Google Doc, I'm going to insert image from my computer, upload from computer. I'll select that screenshot, and there you go. So now you can bring in a question in. All right, now the next thing I want to do is show you some mathematical type. We're going to insert an equation, okay? And now you can do some equation writing. Okay, so you can insert like just regular numbers into this equation, 6 plus, 5 equals, yada, yada. But the nice thing is that when you write variables, they'll be nice and italicized already for you. So, 3m is equal to 27, that sort of stuff, okay? I think what I want to do here is show you how to use this math type with keyboard shortcuts. Before we do that, you may not memorize all the keyboard shortcuts. You can go to this little toolbar here, and here's all your mathematical symbols. So, multiplication, division, dots, and then here's a really handy one like fractions, radicals, all these things that we're going to be doing throughout the year. And here are some exponents. And then these symbols you'll probably never use. I don't know. Okay, so let's go into this mathematical type. Let me see if I can make it bigger first. So I'm going to go Command Shift and then period. That's going to bring it much bigger so we can take a look at it. Here we go. So let's say that I want to write a fraction. I could go to the fraction thing, a over b here, and it brings me to a fraction. Let's say I want to do a fraction 1/2. I can press 1, right arrow, that brings me down to the bottom of the fraction. Let's say 2. If I do right arrow again, it brings me to the outside of the fraction. So then I could go, let's say I want to do times, okay? So I'm going to use backslash, I'll write times, and I'll press the space bar, and it just changes all the way to the multiplication sign. Okay, what if I wanted to say divide? I could do backslash div, and that'll change it to division sign. Let's say I want to do times, but I wanted to use that dot. This is called c dot. So backslash c dot space, that changes to the multiplication symbol there. Okay, let's say I wanted to do pi. Like later on, you're doing stuff with circles. So backslash pi, and there you go. Okay. Let me show you how to do an exponent. Let's do 3 squared. So we'll do 3, Shift 6. Shift 6, you'll on your keyboard, you'll notice it's like above the 6 is that little rooftop button. So that's like your exponent. So now when I start writing, it'll all be in the exponent there, right? So if I want to get out of the exponent, I'll use my right arrow. And there you go. Now I can do mathematical typing here. The other thing is to do some math work on Google Doc, you can insert a drawing, okay? Now my internet is kind of slow, so it might take some time, and the drawings are probably not going to be as, it doesn't respond as quickly. Okay, so I'm in this drawing. I'm going to go to this little line segment. I'm going to select a line, and I'm going to go to Scribble. Go to Scribble here. Now, now I can draw, like if I wanted to do like 3 squared, I could do that. I know when I tried it without doing my video, I was able to write faster. Right now I can't. And if I wanted to do a diagram, I could do it nice and slow. I just have to, let's say I make this a little window, right? So you are able to bring in your drawings, show your work here, and bring that into the Google Doc. Just go save and close. And then it brings that in, and you can kind of scale it up and down to the size that you want. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can now play around with this and bring in your work and submit that work as a Google Doc.